Hardy Hibiscus. That's capital Hardy. I just want to make sure you understood.
Not tropical.
Not tropical. Yeah, that's correct. Are a fantastic perennial that have enormous flowers. We're talking enormous here, folks. But are often confused with other plants. Huh, Len?
That's right.
Yeah,
and it's because hibiscus. Okay, let's. This is going to be quick. All right, everybody, strap in. There's hardy hibiscus, like we're talking about now, that is perennial. There is tropical hibiscus that are often a house plant, but also used outdoors just for the summertime, that are tropical and not hardy. Then there is a hibiscus that's Rose of Sharon, which is a shrub. They really don't look much like each other, especially hardy hibiscus, the perennial. And that's what we're talking about today. Dinner plate sized flowers, enormous, like almost like they're paper mache.
Really?
And that they come in different types of colors, and they often have what's called an eye. An eye is the center of the flower, and that sometimes is different, where it'll be like a red and it'll have pink on the outside, or it'll be red and it'll have white. It's pretty amazing, some of the things that they're doing, and a lot of new varieties are out there. Hardy hibiscus are also, do you have rose mallow?
Rose mallow, I've seen.
That's horticultural sparring.
Yeah, it is.
Like, right. You mean a hardy hibiscus? Oh, yes. That's exactly what I mean. Anyway, we sometimes have that. Julio gets the boxing gloves out and says, oh, here you go. You want to talk? But rose mallow is, if you're on the internet, I apologize, because so many things are so confused on the internet when it comes to gardening, because there may be this great looking plant that's great for California, but you're not going to find it in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it because it's not hardy. It doesn't grow here. Where hardy hibiscus are one of those plants that grows here, looks great, but doesn't look like it should. Because again, we're talking about flowers. Like, if you are looking on YouTube, please find our YouTube channel and please subscribe. It is about a foot across. And it's amazing because there are so many. The flowers themselves, these plants can get big. These plants can get very big. Proven Winter did a really good job with a series called Summerific.
Summerific, huh?
They're better with some names than others, but Summerific is the basic name of their series. And it's if you can't go wrong with any one of those, but it almost looks like a pinwheel.
Yeah.
If you ever, wouldn't you say, Julio?
Oh, yeah,
like we're on radio, so a lot of times it's hard for us to help you with vision. These plants, again, we're talking about hardy hibiscus, will grow in zone 4. And we're most of this area, we're zone 5 to 7 in our listening range, and that they will grow in zone 9. So they'll grow in Florida, they'll grow in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and that it is just an amazing plant. I beg you, go out to your garden center and buy a hardy hibiscus, plant it in a sunny spot, and you'll be amazed because it comes back and the stalks get big. I mean, Julio, have you ever grown corn?
No, I haven't.
No? Mm-mm. Those of you that have grown corn, you know that how big that stalk can get.
Big.
Where it can get to be pretty big, where it can get to be an inch, so a branch from the base. And that one thing, don't be afraid in the fall when it dies back down to the ground. That's what it's supposed to do. And then it'll come right from that root system back up, and it'll become like this nice big, little shrub. Beautiful plants. Yeah. Oh, I know that this is one of those things that impress people so much when they're in flower. Aaron, have you planted any hardy hibiscus around your house?
Nope.
For the money, it's a cheap plant because it gets so big. So it'll get 3 foot by I've seen them as big as 4 foot, but it's not usual. So 3 by 3.
3 by 3.
So it is the size of a shrub. So the back of a shrub or a perennial garden is a great spot. I tell you what, it is an amazing plant. Again, with Hardy Hibiscus, there are so many new varieties that it's hard to even list them all. But we were talking about the summerific variety, which is pretty impressive. I know that there are some new varieties. Well, I know that we have some new ones that just came out that have it's like a burgundy
leaves.
Burgundy leaves.
They're beautiful.
Because a lot of times the green leaf, it was like a lemony green, where chartreuse green. So you just have to be prepared for that. But most of those are the old varieties.
Yeah,
they don't even grow those anymore. They don't even grow. I mean, there's some dwarf varieties.
They come in reds now.
Yeah, reds and pinks and bicolors, where there are 2 different colors on the same plant.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it's a fun plant. Do you remember?
What?
Remember, I planted those for my daughter Melissa when she lived in Northern Liberties in Philly.
Yeah,
and that people would stop. My daughter would tell me, it's like people they stop in front of our they lived in I guess it was a townhouse, and that they would stop, and they were in Northern Liberties. It's part of Philadelphia. That's City Park,
Center City.
Yeah, and that where they would stop, and that these plants would stop people in their tracks, and they would take pictures next to them, and like she's like all freaked out because people are taking pictures in front of her house.
Yeah, what's going on? Right.
So that's the kind of look that you're gonna get. There's no real major insect pests.
I've never seen any.
I mean, either. I've had them, never seen it. That just feed them. There are pigs. They like to eat, so make sure you fertilize them. They will absolutely like that. And again, just enjoy it. It's a fun plant. Oh yeah, it's a fun plant because the flowers are so big.
Huge, yeah. I don't know any other flower that has flowers like big.
Yeah, I mean, last week we were talking about southern magnolias, but that's a tree.
Yeah, it's a tree. Yeah.
These are great
perennial.
Again, Hardy Hibiscus. Go out there, plant one. It won't disappoint you.
It won't.
It's a good plant for beginners too.
Oh yeah,
because it gets so big, grows so well, and it doesn't really need much care. You just need to water it and make sure that. But it's a type of plant that it'll flag a little bit, so it'll wilt down a little bit, and like give you a shot. It's like, hey, time to water me, So
yeah, and get it now because you won't see it in the spring, early spring.
Yeah, no, and that what happens is that, like a lot of things, like when it's in peak, that's when you need to go get it. You can't get it in a book. Like I think we had some leftovers from 2023 in March, but they were just a root of a pot of roots. There was nothing growing. And that's kind of what you're going to expect, that they will leave some stems up, but you just cut them back, and then they'll flush back out. Right out. But that's another show. Yeah. Hardy Hibiscus, get out there to your local garden center, go pick one up, give one as a gift. Oh, yeah. That'll be an impressive gift, wouldn't it? But remember our rule, if you're given a plant, you need to plant it. Okay, right. So remember to make sure you bring a little bit of soil amendment, and a little bit of fertilizer, and plant it for the person that you're giving it to. Right. And it's always nice because that way they always remember you when it blooms. Right. And this one shouts across the yard. Yes. You can't miss that.
You can't miss this one.
Yeah, we're talking about Hardy Hibiscus. Right. Go out and get one today.